Hi, I'm Saverio from HoRNet Plugins. Today, I just want to show you our latest plugin, which is a handy plugin designed to allow you to mix better using your headphone. And it's called VHS, which is for Virtual Headphone System. This plugin has been designed as a way to improve your experience while mixing with headphones. That is unfortunately something that we are used to doing nowadays because of stringent times, and we are always on the move, and everything is often made just inside a laptop. So it's very handy to have something that fixes the problems that every headphone has, and transform the headphone and listening experience in something that is closer to what happens in a studio. So how we do that? We have designed a plugin that first fixes the frequency response of your headphones, and we have a lot of headphones in the database right now. While recording this video, there are over 100 different models in the database, but we are updating the plugin constantly. So when you look at this video, we have probably added more headphones models. So just have a look to our website and to make sure if your headphone is supported. And in addition to the frequency correction of your headphone, we have the room simulation module. Within the room simulation, we try to emulate what happens when you are in a room listening to a pair of speakers. What happens in this situation? You have the ambience of the room you are in, and we decided to recreate an ideal room with a certain kind of dimension that I have decided, and those dimensions are chosen so that the reflection inside the room are minimal, so it's pretty ideal, and you have a very short reverberation time inside this ideal room, and you have a pair of speaker that has ideal flat frequency response. And so when you are inside this virtual room, you can choose the position of the speakers from the wall and the position of you, front of the speaker, how far you are from the speakers. This changes something like the frequency response at the low frequencies, and it's a pretty complex interaction, so I'm not going to explain you in details in this video, but keep in mind that the closer the speakers to the wall, the higher the hyper low frequencies are, and the far away you are from the speakers, and the less low frequency you're going to hear. So hyper low, I mean. So this is a balance between everything. Also, the angle between the listening, your position and the speaker width has an impact on the low frequencies. So this is something you have to keep in mind. Also, what happens when you get closer to the speakers? You have a more definite stereo separation, while if you are far away from the speaker, the low frequencies start to sound more mono. We have measured that in an ideal listening position with a 60 degrees angle between the speakers, and so you are in an ideal equilateral triangle between your head and the speakers. You have let's call it a big mono area that extends up to 800 hertz. So the stereo image is much narrower in a speaker listening situation. So this is what we recreate here. Also, when you move away from the speakers, you get more room to your sound instead of just of the direct sound from speakers. So there are complex interaction. We have set the defaults of this simulation to be in an ideal listening position. So it's fine if you want to keep everything as it is, and also you can change that to make it similar to your listening experience at your studio, so you can simulate closer. So, but it's time to look at the interface of the plugin, so I can show you the controls and what it does. It's pretty simple, so there's not much to say. So here we are. This is the VHS interface. We have on the left the headphones correction section, and on the right the room simulation. So these toggles enable, disable the headphone correction, and then you can choose your headphone between all the brands we have here. I have an Audio-Technica M50X, ATH M50X, this one. So I'm going to choose this model. The frequency correction we are going to apply appears here with a nice picture of the headphones, so you're sure that you're choosing the right headphones. And on the right we have the room simulation with the speaker's position that we can change, can get closer to the middle of the room. This is, by the way, this is the room, so we are in the middle of the room right now with the speakers, and these are with speakers attached to the wall, so you don't have any distance between the wall and the speakers. Also, you can change your position as a listener, can get closer to the speaker or far away down to the middle of the room. So let's go back to the ideal listening position, and I'll disable the room simulation, and if you have the same headphones I have, you can hear for yourself the correction that is being applied. This is an unmastered track, and I'm going to let you hear how it sounds with and without this correction.
Italia lavoro, poco dinero, Italia lavoro, pagati nero, lavoro in Italia sotto al cimitero, 94 zappe come un lettiero, conto tipo sotto zero, soldi è sempre passeggero, io antico sì come uno schiavo sul mero, tu antico sì come...
So, if you know these headphones, you know that they are full of lower mid-range frequencies. So with this correction, they get much more clear, and a lot of frequency masking is went away. So they are much more usable for mixing. Also, there's something I forgot. Every model, every correction profile here is loudness matched. So you can change, you can turn off and on the correction without affecting the loudness of the signal. So you get a clear picture if the correction improves your sound or not. But since there's not much more to say about the correction, and there's nothing I can do to let you experience the other frequency correction profiles, I'll move to the room simulation. I'll disable the headphone correction so everybody can understand, can see it and hear how the room simulation works. I'll turn it on, and I'll start moving speakers and listener to let you hear how the different positions affect the sound.
Italia lavoro, poco dinero, Italia lavoro, pagati nero, lavoro in Italia sotto al cimitero, 94 zappe come un lettiero, conto tipo sotto zero, soldi è sempre passeggero, io antico sì come uno schiavo sul mero, tu antico sì come uno schiavo dell'euro. In Italia si spera nella Madonna, perché è una donna, perché è una donna, in Italia si picchia la minigonna, perché è una donna, perché è una donna, ancora lo senti più forte che la si trova male ma è semplice, c'è bello in giro sto complice, la sua fuga ormai non ha perché.
So, as I told you in the introduction, when you enable the room simulation, you get narrower stereo image on the low frequencies. You get a more focused sound, And also, moving the listener away from the speakers increases the room interaction with the sound. So it starts to get more cancellation, more bumps and heel and valleys in the frequency response. Also, changing the position of the speaker changes the response in the low frequencies. So there is quite a bit of options you have here for your Zoom simulation preferences. Also, we are going to provide in the future a custom room designer and a custom headphone profile designer, so you can adapt VHS to your needs even more. That will be out in a future update. At the moment of recording this video, it's not done yet. So this was HoRNet VHS, and it's a handy little tool that it's available right now on www.hornetplugins.com for just €10.99. So you can go there and try out the demo that we have and give us your feedback. We want to know if it helps you to improve your mixes and if it makes your life easier. Thank you very much for watching this video.